You are now watching a Lucky Penny Shop product feature.
Hey, it's Lucky Penny Shop. Thanks for stopping by today. I appreciate it very much. Because I am on a maker set called Taffy Tunes for ages 5+. Mold it, shape it, eat it. Dandy candy. Easy turn handles makes making taffy simple. Now, I don't know if Serendipity is a cartoon. It looks like an actual character from something. I've heard of it, but I may not have heard of it. I don't know. It's one of those things. You think you've heard of something, and it looks like down here, look at this little kid in the background. He's whipping a piece of taffy in his mouth. See him down there? He's got his tongue hanging out, and he's shooting a piece of taffy into his... Hopefully he doesn't choke on it. You got to be careful. Don't throw candy in your mouth like that. And then, so the box is pretty neat. It's kind of a rainbow of colors. It's a weird orange just in the top, and then Taffy Tunes is in brown. And they have this big brown splotch that says easy turn handles makes making taffy simple. And then the two characters in the bottom left. And then you see the machine. Now I look at it from here and I think that's a turntable. Those are speakers. And then that's a keyboard on the bottom, the way it's designed. It's pretty interesting. Okay, that's everything the set includes. Taffy Tunes contains Taffy Tunes taffy puller, mixing bowl, measuring spoon, spatula, and the taffy recipes. Let's see if this is a repeat. All in that orange. That is a repeat. That is the back, with much more information. Okay, 1, put taffy across paddles and center rod. I think 1 is to mix it all up and make the taffy. They give you the recipes. 2, turn handle until taffy is white. To make striped or colored taffy, add 2 drops of food coloring to taffy as you are turning the handle. If desired, add 1 or 2 drops of flavor extract. Do not turn too long or taffy will turn white again. So they want you to put a coloring in it and a flavoring in it. Turn it, but don't overturn it. And then 3, take taffy from Taffy Tune machine with a spoon. Wash your hand, then lightly grease your hands with butter. Roll taffy into balls in your hand and put on a piece of wax paper to harden. To clean machine, wash in warm water only. All right, well, that's that. Did I mention I have 2 other taffy makers? Yes, I did. So don't forget, those will be at the end. I'll show the sets and then put links in the description for you to check that out. All right, let's open it up. All right, so there's no year on the box. Here are the instructions. A lot of times they have the year on that, but no year on that as well. It looks simple, but the last 2 times I made taffy, it didn't really come out as good as I was hoping, but it's the effort. And for you to check it out. All right, there you go. Yeah, it kind of looks like a turntable, but also a speaker. So it's maybe 3 stacks of speakers. There's not much more to it. That's all that's in the box, because it's not a mix and they don't provide a mix that you have to put in. And then it's not electronic either. It looks like you got to put the crank handle on. There you go. Do you think the plastic will survive? The keyboard is yellow and not white like it is on the box. I wonder if that's age. Okay, they did say it came with a handle. And then there's 1 tool. It looks like is that a measuring spoon? It's a tiny measuring spoon on the back, but maybe that's just where you put your thumb. So you get a little butter knife. Oh, there it is, a little spoon. Here's the crank. And then here's the measuring cup. And there's 2 extra hands. 2 little hands. And they look like they just slip right on. Let's do it. Yeah, they just slip right on. Is there a right way and a wrong way? I don't feel like they lock in any particular way. Let's just get this handle on. Pushes on, and then you're just like yeah, so neat little keyboard on the bottom with very yellow keys. My utensils and the measuring cup. Let's take a front look at it. Now sometimes they have a year on some of these plastic pieces. This says nothing imprinted on it. It says made in China. That's it. So I don't know the exact year. If I had to guess, I'd say 80s. maybe 90s. Maybe closer to 90s. Maybe there's something printed. No, there's nothing. Either way, check that out. Can't wait to make some taffy with it. So what do I need for the taffy? It's 2 cups of sugar, 1 cup of water, 1 cup light corn syrup, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 2 tablespoons unsalted butter, which I think is for your hands. And then you can either do vanilla, peppermint, orange, or your own food coloring, and then butter again. They have unsalted butter at the middle, and then butter. There's the recipe if anybody wants to copy that. There's the steps involved, and then you're in. That's it. It's 1 sheet, black and white sheet. I'm just reminiscing about the times I had a tough time with the taffy pullers. I think it's all about the temperature. You have to, okay, it says, in a 4-quart saucepan, combine the sugar, the water, the corn syrup, and the salt. So the butter doesn't go in there. Swirl the pot over the burner. Swirl the pot over the burner to dissolve the sugar completely. Do not stir. Probably creates bubbles. And then they have the word increase without I. So it's increase the heat and boil to soft ball stage. Boil to softball stage. That must mean something. 250 degrees. Use a candy thermometer for accuracy. Wash down the inside wall of the pot with a wet pastry brush if necessary. Remove from the heat. Stir in the butter. Ooh, that's when the butter and the vanilla goes in. Coat 3 sheet pans with nonstick spray, and they say Sparry. Pour the mixture onto the sheet pans, divide into 3 equal portions. Mix the peppermint extract and a couple of drops of green food coloring in one batch. Mix the orange extract and a couple of drops of yellow food coloring in another batch. Leave the plain vanilla batch as is. As the candy cools, lift the edges towards the center with a metal spatula or bench scraper so they don't harden. When just cool enough to handle, butter your hands and pull the taffy into long ropes. Twist and pull until the taffy is stiff and the colors even. Cut the ropes into 1-inch pieces with clean buttered kitchen scissors. Wrap each piece in wax paper and store in an airtight container. Where does it say put it on the taffy maker and when to do all that? It doesn't even tell you to use the machine. Coat 3 sheet pans of nonstick spray. Pour the mixture on the sheet pans, divide into 3 equal portions. Mix the peppermint extract and a couple of drops of green food coloring in one batch. Mix the orange extract. Is that the part of it? Mixing, mixing, mixing? Doesn't tell you how to start the machine or anything. So, and they wanted you they show you putting the ingredients, I think, in the step here. They show you dropping the flavoring and the coloring here. All right, we'll have to figure this out. I think once you get it out of the pot, you let that cool a little bit, then put it on the taffy puller, and then mix the taffy. I think that's what they're saying. Well, I don't know. When just cool enough to handle, butter your hands and pull the taffy in the ropes. Twist and pull until the taffy is stiff and the color is even. Cut the ropes into 1-inch pieces with clean butter kitchen scissors. Wrap each piece in wax paper. They totally ignore why we're here, and that's to use the taffy machine. All right. I have these quandaries now. Now I have to think about that a little bit. But either way, let me wash some of the pieces here, and then I'll come back with the ingredients, and we'll get started. All right, so I'm getting things in place. I have my sugar, corn syrup, water, which is 1 cup, and then what else did I need? Okay, salt, all that. Now, not everything goes in right away, like the butter, so I'll have that ready off to the side. It says in a 4-quart saucepan, combine sugar, water, corn syrup, and salt. Now, I'm still looking at these instructions, and they don't correlate to this. There's no, all right, at this point, put it on the machine. Remember, it said pour the mixture onto the sheet pans, divided in 3 equal portions. Mix the peppermint extract and a couple of drops of green food coloring in one batch. Mix the orange extract and a couple of drops of yellow food coloring in another batch. Leave the plain vanilla batch as is. As the candy cools, lift the edges towards the center with a metal spatula or bench scraper so they don't harden. When just cool enough to handle, butter your hands and pull the taffy into long ropes. Twist and pull until the taffy is stiff and the colors even. So they're making it here and not using this machine. So what I think, from past experience, is that once you get the taffy cool to the touch, you want to put it on the machine. So let me do this. Let me do step 1, sugar. Oh, this is my new sugar container. Actually, it's the family sugar container. Audrey set this up and wrote sugar on it, but it's kind of neat because there's a scoop on the bottom. So if you just need a little sugar, you can use the scoop. So we'll do it that way. It's probably just easier. So it's 2 cups of sugar. Now I'm not going to do all the colors and all the flavors, especially since I haven't done this in a very long time. And I think the thing about taffy is you need to do it often. Not once every 4 or 5 years to really understand the complexities of it. It's basically a science experiment to know the feel and when to start using the machine and when to cut it and when it's ready. Okay, 2 cups of sugar. All right. I'll tell you what, I'm going to do this in steps. I'll do the next one. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, now the water. 1 cup of water. And I'm not sure why they supply this little cup and spoon. I think it's just for show. Okay, 1 cup. Perfect. Let's get that out of the way. One cup of water. 1 cup of light corn syrup. Now they do spray the inside, so when you pour the corn syrup in, well, I've seen that before, and I've been told before, so I'm going to do that, and then I'll do the corn syrup. All right, let me just change that camera a little bit. 1 cup. Hopefully that works. Oh, it's a brand new corn syrup. I didn't realize that. And it was light corn syrup. Oh yes, that looks good. Yeah, I'm just not too big on using a lot of food colorings these days. Especially artificial. Look at that, right to the rim. That actually kind of worked. There's still some in there, maybe I didn't move quick enough. So actually, you know what? It was a little high on the top, so it was kind of bowing just a little. I'm going to leave the rest in there just in case I don't, it's not too much. All right, water, corn syrup, and salt. How much salt? 1/4 of a teaspoon. Well, this thing doesn't have a 1/4 of a teaspoon. Oh, you know what? I got to get my 1/4 teaspoon measures. I didn't grab one. Okay, I think I'm just going to pour it in another cup so I can scale that out better. 1/4 teaspoon. Okay. Okay. I'm going to move everything I don't need out of the way before I turn the heat on because there's a lot in the area here, so let me do that. Alright, so it says do not stir, but turn on the heat and slowly bring it up to 250 degrees. Now this is a trusty little measuring device, so I know exactly where it's at right now. 65, so it's cold. The heat is up. And yeah, I think it's a lot. Now that I look at it, that's a lot to put on that tiny machine. So they did say split it up in 3 equal portions, but I would think by the time you have 1 portion mixed on the little machine, the other 2 have cooled down. My guess... Ooh, what's going on? We have smoke. There must be something from a previous video still on the burner. So I will just keep an eye on it. In the short term, I will be back. We'll see what's going on here. Not good that things are smoking before I even started. Must be a nugget of something in there. There is a little brown nugget down there. I think that's what's doing it. But we will see. I've got my nice clear 4-quart pot here. And I will keep checking back till I get bubbles. Okay, combine. Swirl the pot over the burner to dissolve the sugar. Swirl the pot. Do not stir. Alright, I'll keep doing that. And then use your candy. And then it says wash down the inside of the pot with a wet pastry brush if necessary. Not sure why. Oh, so I was saying, yeah, that's a lot. So you put it on a tray. That machine only holds maybe a third of it. And then you've got the rest sitting. And you got to work fast because that'll cool. Now, I have watched candy videos in the past, and they usually have a heated table, don't they, where it keeps it warm so that you can keep it so that you can use it. But we'll see. Remove from heat, stir in butter and vanilla. So that's when it gets to 250. Now, I did bring some flavoring. I have Watkins strawberry extract. I have some orange extract. And I have some peppermint. And I did have a little food coloring, but like I said, not too big on the artificial food colorings much anymore. And it is making a nice swirl. Alright, so let me reset the camera. Let me get this out of the way. It's in the background. We're not ready for you. And I'll keep checking back and slowly see. Are we changing temperature at all? Yes, a little bit. Alright, I'll keep checking back. Right, while that's going, I'm going to get the 2 tablespoons of butter. Unsalted. Okay, that doesn't go until later. Keep swirling. Probably hasn't changed much. Okay, so I'm slowly bringing up the temperature. The temperature is crucial, I guess, because if you get it to the 250 and it's too hot and it keeps going up, then you're going to turn into a hard candy, which I think is what happened to me on the last Taffy video. Swirl the pot over all the sugar can we do not stir. Increase the heat and boil to a soft boil stage. Remove from heat, stir in butter and vanilla. And I'm going to probably just stir in the strawberry flavoring with the red coloring. That would be good. So I'm making strawberry taffy. Let's see how much. 1 teaspoon of the extract. And I don't want to turn the heat up real high and get this boiling really fast, because then I'll pass 250, and I think that was the problem I had on the last time I did it. I found this, well, Mrs. LPS and I found this. It was at a estate sale. This pot has a lid. It was on the floor in a barn. And we saw it and said, ooh, that'll work good for videos because it's clear and you could see through it. All right, I'll keep checking back. I want to take my time. Don't want to rush the process. 66. So it's still slowly going. Can't wait to see the boiling part. That's the best part. I'm going to go just a little bit higher. All right. Let me scale out the strawberry extract. Okay, so since you're splitting this up in 3, it says coat 3 sheet pans with nonstick spray or Sperry. Pour the mixture onto the sheet pans, divided in 3 equal portions. Mix the peppermint extract and a couple of drops of green food coloring. So I'm going to do this here. That seems like a lot of extract, a whole teaspoon. Oh, it smells good though. Okay, the nice thing about these measuring spoons is you can just set them down. See, they're designed to sit down on the countertop. That's the way they were made. Okay, those were also found at a little garage sale or estate sale, I don't remember, but I've had them for a while. And I'm missing one from the set. I might have bought it that way, I don't remember, but let's see with the heat change. 72. All right. Slow but sure. You know what, I might just do 2. I guess I could split it up into 3. But I think it's going to take some time. And then they want the flavoring. Okay, and then once it's on the paddles, that's when you add the coloring and the flavoring. They show it here in this step. Put taffy across paddles and center rod. They use this tiny little spoon to do it. And then turn handle until taffy is white. To make striped or colored taffy, add 2 drops of food coloring to taffy as you are turning the handle. If desired, add 1 or 2 drops of flavor extract. Do not turn too long or taffy will turn white again. So I'm kind of shooting in the dark here in regards to exactly what to do. It's interesting they give you a machine and instructions, but none really to guide you along with the machine. Not a single bubble, and the sugar is still in there. It's not clear. It's nice too, this has an intern lip, so nothing's gonna splash out with this. Alright, let's double check. Okay, so it's slowly going up. Let's give it a little bit more. Alright, I'll keep checking back. Now let me move this butter out of the way. I've been doing this. I smelled the heat, if that makes any sense. That feels good by my hands because my hands are cold. It's actually cold right now. Okay, so now we're up to 83. And there's bubbles. So now we have bubbles. Now, if this was on a gas burner, as I'm doing this, it would stay, the heat would still be hitting it, so probably not the best burner. Yeah, see the bubbles in there? It's heating up quicker now. 85. I may want to just stir it with a spoon because of what I just said. Let's see how quick it's going. Okay, 70. 102. 106. 108. I think we're going good. Just keep an eye on it. It's bubbling really nice now. Just let the camera run, but it says, oh, remove from heat. So let me get a wood cutting board to put off to the side so I don't have to do that later. While that's boiling, you can watch that. $1.14. Starting to clear up now. It looks like most of the sugar is dissolved. See, that's what's a little confusing too, because they tell you to stir in the butter and the vanilla here, but then when it's on the machine, they want you to put the flavorings and the coloring. See all that? Okay, it's going nice and slow. I will come back. I'm not stopping this part. I keep twisting and turning off camera. Okay, 1:30. That sure is a lot of liquid. Probably should have cut this in half, maybe. Done a half batch and then a half batch. Because the other issue is the pans that I'm using are cold. So they're at a cold temperature, and I'm going to pour this on there. And it's probably going to harden too fast. So it really is a science experiment. There's a chemical reaction going on. What is that chemical reaction? Melting? Okay, we got that much. 143. I can see through to the bottom now. And they're like little funnels that come up from the bottom where it's heating. It's kind of neat. You can't see it from the side, otherwise I'd show you the side. Now it's really starting to boil. And I smell the sugar now, the heat from the sugar. Okay, I think we need to go up a little hotter. What I may have to do is put some on the machine and then do some by hand. Now there again, it says a teaspoon of each of the flavoring extracts, but then the directions say a couple drops, so I really didn't need to scale that out. Now we're talking. Now it's moving up. That little adjust in temperature. 180. Okay, so we're close. Get this here. I want to take it off the heat right away. Let's keep an eye on it. 211, 210. Look at that. It's almost completely clear now. Now I want to watch it. 212. Do I have a candy thermometer? Yes. Am I using it? No, because of the design of this lip. Okay, I would say we're close for 218, 213, 212, 217, all different spots around the pot. Oh yes, now we've got a good boil going. $216, $218. I think around 240. I want to be real careful here. Okay, so I don't know if it's the pot, the heat. So we'll turn it up just a skosh. Yeah, it's staying around 216. Now we're going. It's actually dropping a little bit in temperature. This is very hot, dangerous stuff, so that's why adult supervision is required. Okay, whatever reason, I think I steamed up my temperature gun. It shows it dropping in temperature. It must be the steam on the light. Alright, let me get another thermometer. Okay, like I said, this one can't handle the steam. So I brought in a regular candy thermometer. Let's see what this goes to. It's hard to do on this kind of pot. Can this turn? No. Alright, it's moving up. Don't want it to fall in, although I don't think it will. Okay, so this says about 200. Let's see what this says, just to check. Oh, 204. That's pretty accurate. Maybe it'll sit here. Does this thing turn? Oh, it's stuck on. You should make that turn so you can adjust depending on your pan. Do you see it in there? Ooh. It's definitely not thick enough yet. Alright, 225. Maybe just 210, 215. Yeah, 218. I'm sure a lot of people use a visual on this, like they look at it and they know because they make it every day. Okay, maybe it just won't get hot enough. It's been a while. Yeah, see, now it starts to go 216. It's turning a little brown now. I don't want to burn it. Needs to sit right there. I don't want to turn it too much. I want it to go gradually to the temp. Said not to stir, but I think at this point it's all melted real nice. It's bubbling real nice from the side. Let's see. Let me show you from the side. How's that? Okay, it's getting close. Looks like 225. This says 220, 220, ooh, right there, 221. Okay, so now I need to get the pans ready. It said to spray the pans. I Got a hot plate there. I'm guessing that machine is only going to let you do a little at a time. Then I got to mix in the butter. Remove from heat, stir in butter. It does say vanilla, but if you're mixing in the other flavors, why would you want to mix vanilla with the other flavors? It's getting close. I know I've said it's getting close for a while, but it's still cool to look at. All right, let's go back up. Now we have a cutting board to put the hot pot on. The trays are all ready for the pour. Not there yet. It's a nice slow process, I guess. Oh, it almost wanted to fall in. It's not hot, I just... Okay, now it's getting there. Now it looks about 230. This is giving me strange readings now. See, I think there's a lot more steam coming up, so that's where it starts to lose it. Not sure it's getting hot enough. Slow but sure. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay, now it looks about 40. It's definitely bubbling like crazy. It's real close. Again, for the 18th time. But this is official now. Let's give it a little more heat. It's gonna bubble over. It's not thicker. Can you see the blue there? And the 250 mark, it's just underneath it, about 1/4 of an inch. Now normally you'd hook this on the side of your pan and it sits there perfectly. And this usually slides up and down depending on the height of your pan. Looking good. Lots of bubbles. Okay, now it's about 1/8 of an inch under. Gonna give it a little more heat. It doesn't seem to want to kick up. That's another thing. When you're cooking, you get to know your cooking utensils and devices. Now, if I did this about 20 times, I'd probably perfect it. It's a thermometer spatula. So I guess that chemical process at 250 is when it then becomes workable. It's almost there. It's inching up 1/16 of an inch. You can tell from the bottom now it's really bubbly. Let's see, will that stay? Look at the side. That is cool. And you almost can't see any of the brown. Now it's all just thick bubbles, so hopefully that's where we need to be. It's getting there. I don't think I can go any hotter. Now it's just time. This burner's up all the way. It's red hot. You'd think my hand would be hot, but it's not. All right, I'm just going to let it keep this nice steady heat going, and then I'll come back in just a minute. When it's right there and I'm ready to take it off, then I will come back. Okay, I feel like I'm seconds away. It's just under the 250 mark. I kind of just let this rest in here and not messing with it. Okay, the butter's ready. Got my spatula ready. Nothing's burning, so it's still keeping this heat. I'll give it another minute. I'll be back. Okay, so it's reached the mark. Let's move that out of the way. Take it off the heat. Let's get this out of the way. It's steamy hot. I'm gonna unplug it. Now mix in the butter. 2 tablespoons, it said. Oh yeah, look how thick it is. Then you put it on a tray and let it cool until you can touch it. But it did say, pour the mixture on the sheet pans, divide in 3 portions, then mix in the peppermint extract and a couple drops of food coloring. And then the orange egg, as the candy cools, lift the edges. There's still a chunk of butter. Ooh, don't fall in. Looks good. Once I see that chunk gone, I'm gonna pour it on the trays. And what I might do is just flavor 2 of them. There's a lot here in that little machine. Okay, there we go. Sprayed and ready. Tray 1. Tray 2. Like I said, the trays are cold, so that might help. Ooh, hit my light. Tray 3. Okay, let's get this out of the way. All right, 1, 2, and 3. Oh, it's affecting my tabletop counter. Let me angle them up just a little. Let's just look now and see what's going on. Okay, so let's put orange in the middle one, a couple drops. Smells good. Okay, wipe that off. That's the orange. We'll leave the far right tray as is. So peppermint. Ooh, that came out more than a couple drops. Ooh, the smell though. Okay, we're gonna let those sit. You should have at least 2 people here, because while you're working with the machine, the ones here need to be also done. Okay, so this last tray, and let me move these off to the side. Let's bring in the one we're going to test on the machine. Definitely can't pick it up. Let's slide it. You see the consistency? I wonder if their table's also cool. When you see those candy makers make it, I should have just cut this in thirds. Now, that little machine, now think about it, all the stuff you have here, you'll be cranking that thing forever. Ooh, almost. Not a fold, but a flip over. All right, I'm gonna let this sit a few minutes. And then I'm gonna bring the machine in, and then I will continue on. Okay, this is the first tray. There was less in it, so it's close to being foldable. Definitely will not go on the machine, but look at it. It smells good. I'm just gonna let it sit. Spread it out a little bit. Okay, put that one back. This was the other one. Yeah, I think it just needs maybe 5 to 10 more minutes. That's the peppermint. About a half gallon of peppermint in that one. Okay, let it sit. Look at that ooze down. Yeah, I would say the instructions for this being an at-home set should be far more detailed. I'll check back in a little bit. Okay, I'm just playing now because I think it's the fun part of it. It's actually working, getting thicker, but I won't be able to pick that up. It's too mushy. So I would say I'm really close. I'm going to leave the bigger tray because there's more on it because it'll take longer for that one to cool down. I'm going back to this one. See that? I'm almost mixing air into it already just by doing that. It's turning a little lighter. Don't think it's there yet. Yeah, I wish they'd say, oh wait, don't touch it for 30 minutes and then check it. Okay, I've been kind of wiping this off every time I mix a different tray. No matter how hard you try, everything seems to get sticky. Nope. Okay. I'll just keep waiting. And I'll be back when I think it's close, and then I'll move it into the machine. Let's just take a quick look at that. Okay, so basically, you're going to start it on the machine. Remember, the picture shows the spoon putting it on the machine. It says put taffy across paddles and center rod. And then you're going to go or I got to get at least one batch on the machine. It's a cool looking machine, but I'm not too certain about it. Actually, this might work. I feel it's just going to stick all over the machine and I'm not going to be able to use it. What do you think? Yeah, I think it's just going to droop right off. I'm kind of aerating it now. All right, I'm going to keep checking. We'll see what happens in about 5 minutes. Okay, so I don't think it's still ready. It's been about 5 minutes. It does not want to, whatchamacallit. I mean, I can mix it here, and then it's starting to get the air. It'll change colors. I mean, maybe that's good enough to put on there. I'd have to spin fast. Maybe that's what it needs. Well, there's one way to find out. Let's see. Put taffy across paddles and center. And they show it all just kind of gooped up in there. Doesn't hurt to try. Okay, looks like I need more. It's sticking to the hands. That's a good thing, isn't it? Well, it's definitely changing colors. See if I can get more on there before it all drops. Stop there. Ooh, it's almost dropping. Get it on there. Oh, that's a nice amount. Looks cool from the front. I'm afraid to stop. Move the camera. Move the camera. Don't stop. Don't stop. There we go. Oh, that part of it's working. But it moved from the center and now it's going to the outer edge. Don't stop. Don't stop. Oh boy. Get back to the hands. Okay, I think we're having a technical difficulty. God, I'm gonna go super fast. Yeah, it's all moving to this. This could explain why it's the only one I saw online. Parents maybe got frustrated with it. Uh-oh. It's struggling. Well, it's turned totally white, so that aspect of it is good. Why is that hand so far back? Oh no, get the tool. Well, it looks good, it smells good. It's definitely not hardening up. And now it's clicking. You know, it's going to be something with either the heat source when I was cooking it. Okay. We need you over here. Why do you keep going there? If it would just stay there. Oh man, every time I pull it from my tray, I can't let go. It's hard to do this with one hand. Well, it's definitely white, so I think we've aerated it. Yeah, even if you try to push it way over to this hand, the hands don't line up. Well, I've made creamy candy. Well, the only way we know if these things work is if we try it. So that aspect has proven to be a fail. Oh, ooh, caught it. I wish it would just stay in the center. I've got nothing to put this on here. Let me put this in here. And if it at least falls, I can, catch it. Okay, so what we have is what I would call a droopy mess. I'm just going to let it droop down. Let's use our little cutoff tool. I'm going to try it one more time, but it looks good. How does it taste? That is the question. Let me go rinse this. I'm going to rinse it and come back. It's chewable, but it's not like a saltwater taffy. The taste is good. Now I'm going to run this under hot water and see if we can give it one more test.
Okay, well, I rinsed it under hot water, and then I'm looking at the hands saying, how come they don't line up? So I thought maybe this hand wasn't on, but it's pushed in all the way. And you would think all three hands should be lined up, and these only go on so far. So what is it? I don't know. It's got to be the cooking process, even though I was so precise. Well, either way, I think I'm going to let these sit a little bit longer. I mean, if you look at it, when you see it on YouTube, because I've watched those videos before, they can just pick it up. And this is real close to being picked up. But then it has that certain softness to it. So my guess it's just temperature. You see, I could fold it over. So we'll chalk this one up to user error. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end it here, and I'm going to let this sit for 20 minutes and see if it changes, and then I'll check back. If it doesn't, then I know it's user error or something with the cooking process. I'll be back. All right, I am back. It's been 20 minutes, and it hasn't changed. So I'm just guessing and speculating that it has to do either with the little burner I was using, and it just didn't heat long enough, but it was quite a while. And it did get to 250. I was really making sure that thermometer was set right. It does change colors when you mix it. Here, I'll show you this one here. Here's a mixed and unmixed. This was on the machine. It's close. It's lost most of its stickiness, but it just needs a little more of something. So I don't think I'm going to test this again, especially with that much. They really should just use a small amount. And look, it does scoop up, but my guess is just something with the heating process. So for another day, this is the second Taffy video where it did not work out for me. I'll leave it at that. And that's all I can say. What do you think? Let me know in the comments if you have an idea, but I'm just guessing it has to do with the heating. And by the way, it is super tasty. Let me grab this one here. So the taste is on point, but you cannot turn it in to a candy. Here, look. It's soft. It's real close. Look at that. See, it holds its shape. And it tastes like saltwater taffy. And it's good. So that's good enough. Let me know. And thanks for watching. Okay, well, I couldn't settle for what just happened. I think I've figured it out. Well, I did some tests, and this does get hot enough. I did this with nothing on it. Got to 800, 900 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's definitely warm enough. I think it was cooking time. A combination of cooking time. Oh, by the way, I've cut this in half. Got the salt in there already. So I'm going to come back when I'm ready to put it on the machine. Maybe I'll check in, maybe I won't, but I want to try this again. All right, so I got this kind of set in here. It's not, shouldn't move, and you can see the temperature now. Did some Googling just to see proper temperature, because this said 250, but you get that? It's anywhere between 250 and 265, I thought. Okay, I did some Googling earlier after I actually started editing the video, and I said, you know what? I think one more time. Let me try it one more time. And just to see the temperature. And like I said, this gets hot enough. Well over 800, 900 with the little tester. And there was a variance there. Some people said between 250 and 265. So most people said 252. It's got to be just at 252. So maybe that's it. I don't know. I've been very cautious and slow and half batch. So there's less to heat. So maybe that'll make a difference. We'll see. The other one was close. It actually did turn into candy, but it just wasn't thick enough. So I'm hoping this time I get it right. Because I don't want to do it again. Not till I find another taffy maker. All right, I'll be back. It's definitely brewing hotter. Another thing people said was it should pull off the edge. If you put a spatula in there and along the edge, it should pull off the edge and hold. But there's just too much advice out there. Every other video or every other comment is contradicting the last one. So I don't think there's an exact science to this, that depending on your situation, really, the stove you're using. I'm not mixing it with this. So that's not a mixing utensil. Now that it's locked in, I can do this, see? And no wonder did I see anybody say, oh, over a course of a half hour, you should get it up to 250. So where's that information? I don't know. I know I said I wouldn't come back often, but it's fun to talk about it and learn. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of comments. It's currently about 210. So we shall see. I did also listen to those instructions about the pastry brush to wash down the edge. We'll see if that makes a difference. Okay, so it's hit the 250 mark. I'm going to go a little hotter. They also said it'll just be soupy off the edge, which it kind of is. We're going to give it a little bit longer. Okay, we hit the mark. A little bit above 250. It seems stickier than it was previously. Let's bring it down here. At first glance, it has a different consistency. I gotta unplug that. And now just 1 tablespoon of butter because it's half the recipe. And we will mix. I think that looks better. And I'm only dealing with 1 tray instead of 3, so I think generally speaking, yeah, look at that. It's definitely changed quicker and different than the first attempt. Okay, that mixed quick. Let me grab a tray. And this time I'm going to put the tray on a wood board. Spray the tray. Pour it out. I'm going to add the flavoring in a bit. Let's see if I can scrape a little more out of there. It's definitely thicker. I want to be able to fold it, then I'll know. Yeah, definitely harder to work with. I think we're close. Okay. Alright, I'm going to let it sit. I'm not going to play with it. Every once in a while, I'll just give it a little touch. Oh yeah, look at it. It's already thicker. Definitely better. I'll give it a minute or two so I can touch it, and then I will be back. Okay, they said it should fold over the sides, if it will. Okay, yes. That's good. Oh, I could already touch it. Fold over the edges. Something about cooling and keeping it the right temp. Look, I could already touch it. All right, it's a little hot to touch, but I can touch it. I feel the warmth on my fingers, but it's not hurting in any way. All right, let me get the machine in here. Let me do the strawberry. I'll cut this in half. I'll do half strawberry, half, oh, let's see, what's good with strawberry? Strawberry orange? Orange strawberry? Yeah, I think so. All right, I think we're close. Look at that. It feels good on the hands. It's kind of like a wax therapy, if you've ever done wax therapy on your hands. Let's split this. I think we got it this time. Okay, we'll leave that there. This might be too much for the machine, so I'll split it one more time. And we'll get it on there. Now I can droop it over the hands better. Connect it and spin. Okay, so it has a hard time. But it's definitely staying on better. And it's definitely turning white. But it can't handle... Oh, it's going so good. There, it's logged up. Okay. So it looks like, I mean, it feels like a good consistency. Is it that delicate that it has to be exactly where it needs to be? Was it cooked too much this time? I don't know. But I feel like it'll work better in my hands. This machine just can't handle it. It actually worked better before. It's already crystallizing. This one's got no flavor. Let's do one of these. Now I think it's too much. Or it's too cold in here, I don't know. Smells good. Yeah, now I think it's too much. Look at it now. It's definitely going to be edible though. I think this happened in the first video that I tried to do taffy. It came out like a hard candy, so I think it overheated. Wow. It was at 252 exactly. Hard to chew. Yep. Still not right. Do I dare do it a third time? Let's try it a third time, see if we get it right. Third time's a charm. This video is before the second batch, an hour long, so whew. Well, hopefully someone's learning something. Either way, I'm ready to go. Half batch. Now I will say the first candy, easier to chew and pretty tasty. The second candy was not a chewing candy. Then it got stuck in your teeth and extremely hard to clean. And I say the first one washed off pretty quick. That one took 3 times as long to try to get it out of this pot. So we will see. I'll check back. Wait, where's the blue? There's the blue. See the blue? I'm wondering if it heated up too fast. And when it went over 250, maybe it was just a little too much. But why would people online say 265? Oh, and the other thing was cornstarch. Did I mention that? A lot of people said use cornstarch. My recipe didn't call for it, so I'm going to go with what the recipe said. I'm trying not to check in just so that I don't make this video even longer, but it's getting there. Hasn't boiled yet, but it's clear. I'll let it go a little slower. Kind of nurture this one a little bit more. And right before the 250, I'll have to review the video, but it might have been just a little higher, but I still don't get it. Oh, it just started boiling, so that's cool to see. Bubbles are just starting. It's at 200. So I'm going to keep that at this temperature because it's kind of like medium right now. A little more than medium. And we'll see. I'll be extremely precise this time. Okay, it's just under 250. I'm going to stop it there. I've turned the heat off. I'm okay, phoned up like last time. Although this one seems a little bit different foaming. It's looking good, actually. I know I said that the last time. Thinking about it, it's like the three little bears, or the three bears. You know, the first one was too soft. The second one was too hard. This one should be just right. If not, then this is a science that I don't know if I have the time to, or wherewithal and ingredients to do this again. I've used almost the whole cornstarch. Okay, there we go. All right, bad camera angle, but I'm moving right along. Moving right along. Okay, let's see. How about we do this, you know? It's worth a good camera angle change. Hopefully that's not the reason it's not working out. Let's just pour. How's that camera angle? Good? Here we go. Okay. Let us move on to the next step. All right, the consistency looks good. It's a little less stiff at this point. It's warm. Ooh, is it warm? It kind of feels good though. This might be it. Definitely flips over. All right. It's a little softer than the last one, but not as soft as the first one. So generally speaking, I think we might be there. We shall see. Okay, I'm going to split this in half. It does look pretty good, doesn't it? I will say everything in this area is now sticky. Camera sticky, countertop sticky. It's nicely holding its shape. It folds over. I have a feeling this may be the longest video ever. Okay, it's staying softer. Let's get some for the machine. Yeah, I think we got it this time. Cleaning it the first time was harder than the second time. The second time it was so brittle it all just broke off. Let's see if I can pick it up. Okay, maybe let me get a little flavoring on it. Okay, here we go. It's holding together. It's not getting harder. Ooh. There we go. Ooh, it's a little soft. Well, it's probably a little warm. I just got to get the right speed going here. Okay, that didn't work. I think we got it. Remaining optimistic. Get it on that one. Get it to loop around. Okay, a little faster. Maybe a little more, so it catches. I can't believe it. It won't loop around completely around this hand and that hand. Okay, there we go. Okay, the machine can't handle it. I think we're pretty much done with the machine. I think generally speaking though, I can do it by hand. Because it's not hardening like the last one. Well, let's pick this up. Yeah, it's so much nicer. Okay, let's give this one... Oh, yeah, I was going to do this. Okay. And this one on this. Yeah, this is it. Oh, it smells so good. And then I'm thinking, how many people ever really made taffy with this machine? My guess is none. With the instructions being the way they are, it's definitely better. Okay, now it's starting to harden up. Let's get into a roll. Okay, let's do that one. Oh, orange extract. Tell you what, let's see if we can turn this one red. I know what it's going to do to my hands, but it's for the video now. No turning back. Look at them. Oh. It'll wash off. Oh, that looks terrible. You're probably enjoying this if you got this far. I don't think many people have. Oh, this one's even better. Look at that. Okay, I think I have time to wash my hands and I'll come right back. All right, hands, pretty clean. This looks good. Okay, let's get that cutting board. And I think I'm going to connect these two. I think we're close. Still soft and pliable. Now it's starting to harden up just a little. Didn't like being connected. Okay, let's just see. I think it's a little hard. I can't believe it after all that. I mean, it's still flexible, see? Oh, it's stuck to my instructions. So it hasn't crystallized. I do want to try a piece, though. Well, it's still somewhat soft. I'm going to do that. Let me try just the white one. It's not there yet. It's hard to chew. My jaw's cracking like crazy. Didn't get it. But, wow. My jaw's never cracked that much. Look, it's still soft. It's just a little too hard. Well, I don't think I'm gonna do it anymore. I think that's it. It got better as I went along, so maybe the next batch will be the best. Sorry. I'm still chewing that little piece. It is flavorful, though. And thanks for watching, everybody. Later.
If you're looking for the item you just saw in the video, click here. Watch more videos by clicking here. Don't forget to share on social media and give a thumbs up.
Hey, LPS Dave.
What's up, Butch?
Make sure they don't forget to subscribe.
Oh yeah, please click here to subscribe to Lucky Penny Shop. And always remember, when you see a lucky penny,
Pick it up.